I would never leave you, McGraw.
There
Good
you
morning.
go. Thank you. I didn't think you would. All right, you've been there from the beginning. This is your old stomping grounds. You grew up here. What's the latest?
Yeah, things are looking better now. Some in Northern California, some of the evacuation orders are being lifted. Not here in Santa Rosa yet. Some might be might be lifted today. It was a wild weekend. On Saturday morning, there was a wind event that came in. It kicked everything up. There were mass evacuations. We were there with the police officers as they were banging on doors for people to get out quickly in the area of Santa Rosa where I am right now. But after that wind event moved through on Saturday morning, the winds died down, and that has been the biggest change here. I'm on the fire line right now, and it's dark, which is the first time we've seen this in a week where the hills are not glowing orange. Every once in a while, a few flames will come up from the top of what's called Sugarloaf Mountain right here, but then they die right back down. They are turning the corner on this thing, and firefighters say they feel like that they are making a lot of progress. Thursday is the magic day everybody here is waiting for. There's a potential it's going to rain here on Thursday, and that would be a godsend if rain actually started falling. People here are hoping for it. Humidity levels are still incredibly dry, still 9-10%. So that's allowing some fire activity later in the day, but it's not making the runs like it was when it was windy. And they hope that this is going to be the end of the fires this week.
Alex Stone, where are people going? I have some relatives who went to Tahoe, but I can only imagine these people. Housing was already in short supply. Where are all these people going?
Yeah, 100,000 people evacuated, now down to 75,000. They've gone wherever they can go. The hotels are full. It's impossible to find a hotel room anywhere in the Bay Area right now because of this. They have gone to live with loved ones. They've gone to live with friends. You know, people have just been, those who are not evacuated, have been opening up their homes and letting people stay there. But it's getting longer and longer. We've seen people holding up signs at the checkpoints aimed at the police saying, "We pay your salaries, let us in." And they're saying, "We want to let you in, but there's fire in the hills. It's not safe." And there are fire engines parked along the streets, and there are power poles down, and the power is out in many areas. It's just not safe yet, but people are very eager to get back in. And luckily, it looks like probably today here in Santa Rosa that may happen, and it's happening in other areas already.
Another thing I saw over the weekend, Alex Stone, was that one house I saw completely burnt to the ground, and the next door neighbor's house untouched. How does that happen?
Yeah. Yeah, and we've seen that all over the place. It's amazing how it happens, and it's everything from where do the embers land and what are they hitting, to if the flame front comes through, is there a wind shift and it shoots it over a different direction? What is the house made out of? That there are homes that are made out of pretty much fireproof material here in Santa Rosa, and then there are homes that still have shake shingle roofs. And then that it makes a big difference based on how the home is built. That so many things come into it, but we have seen that. There are areas where just everything is gone, where it came through so hot and heavy. And then other areas, like in the town of Sonoma on Saturday, we saw a home burn, and it was the only one in its neighborhood that burned, and everything else is standing just fine. And you think, why this one home? But it's just the luck of the draw and likely what that home was made out of.
Why do police have to go door to door? Aren't these people smart enough or at least in tune enough to know they have to leave?
Well, first of all, last Monday, nobody knew it was coming, and that was the problem. When those sparked in 70-mile-an-hour winds, it came out of nowhere, and so there wasn't even time for police to go door to door in that case. On Saturday morning, these are areas that hadn't been evacuated, and they weren't in a warning area, and the wind shifted, and the fire started making a run. And there are so many police here right now from all over California. I mean, every jurisdiction you can imagine is helping with law enforcement. The National Guard is here as well. And they got the order, evacuate another a couple, probably about 20,000 people. And they went screaming in with sirens for people to get out right now on loudspeakers, banging on doors, getting people out because it was 4 o'clock in the morning. People were asleep. And they tried to get them out quickly.
So you're saying Thursday the rain comes, and sounds like, though, you're somewhat optimistic the fires will be out before the rains come, or no?
Well, I don't know about completely out. First, they have to contain them, and then once they get a containment line around them, then they move in from the containment line, and then they try to control it. That's likely a ways away, but as one firefighter was putting it yesterday, they want to get these things pretty well secured before Thursday, and then use Thursday as their insurance policy to say, okay, the rain came in. Let's hope the rain comes in, and the forecast isn't wrong. They badly need it.
Did your parents' house make it?
It's standing. It's still in the evacuation zone. They would like for the the evacuation to be dropped in that neighborhood, but it's still cut off by police barricades. But I believe, last I checked on it, luckily we can get in with media credentials, last I checked on it, it was doing fine.
Alex Stone, be safe. Thanks for checking in.